episode 138.
Are you ready to take your eBay business to the next level? Then hold on, because Ron and Ali are going to take you into the fast lane with the latest tips and insights from some of the biggest and most successful sellers here on the So You Wanna Sell on eBay podcast.
Welcome once again to another episode of So You Want to Sell on eBay. I'm Ron LeBeau.
And I'm Ali Young.
Hey, everyone. We have with us today from Vancouver, Washington, Joe and Linda Yosso. How you guys doing today?
Very good. How you doing?
I'm doing great here in St. Louis. What is it like? Go ahead, tell us, Ali. What's it like in Thailand today?
I might do some sunbathing later, a bit of golf. It's a rough life out here. Great to see you both, Joe and Linda. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Yep. So Joe and Linda live in Vancouver, Washington, and they each have an eBay store. So Joe grew up in Brooklyn and Linda in Santa Rosa, California. Linda started selling about 15 years ago, and Joe joined her about 4 years ago, and they enjoy working together. So that is pretty interesting. You guys are both from opposite coasts, and you make this work. That's pretty incredible right there, right?
Yeah, well, she still can't say coffee, so, what could I say? It's,
Well, I think I might take her side on that, because you just said coffee. I don't know what you said.
She can't say that. Coffee. It's coffee. It's a cup of coffee. I'm having a cup of coffee right here.
Yeah, you all sound like you're from a gangster movie or something. That's what it is to us English people. We all think, you're all gangsters. So brilliant. You've been 15 years, Linda. You've been in this eBay stuff.
Yep, a long time.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I started selling off toys that my kids didn't want when they grew up, and then I just went from there.
And you know what? That's such a common theme. We talk about it all the time. I don't know if anybody gets tired of listening to it, but we always say it because a lot of people that are just starting about, thinking about starting an eBay business need to realize that most people that start an eBay business start from selling things around their house. And they work their way up. And we've talked to people that sell $150,000 worth of stuff per month, and that's how they started too. So, that's an incredible story right there. That's a good start for you.
Well, I'd like to be there.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm spying on your store here because, that's what I like to do when interviewing our potential guests here. And I'm seeing some really funky poodles. Is there something we need to know? I mean, you seem to have poodles to like sauces and cups to plates. I mean, you got a bit of everything.
We definitely have everything.
A bunch, yeah. And it's all here in the house, too. So we live in 200 square feet. The rest of the house is stuff.
Jeez,
wow.
That's amazing.
That's pretty incredible because you do have a ton of categories, right? There's a lot of good stuff there, it looks like. And you guys have, it looks like you've done a really good job of organizing your store for you. So
what are you? You're thrifters?
She's the organized one.
Oh, the organized. Yeah, you need to have someone who's organized. Otherwise, it gets a bit messy. But are you thrifters? Where do you get your stuff from?
Oh, we go to garage sales. We have favorite secondhand stores that we love, and just about any place we can think of.
Yeah, estate sales, garage sales, thrift stores, you name it. If there's something there, it's like a magnet. We just go in and start.
Yeah, we live in a really good area for it, too.
Right. And what's really cool about all this? It sounds to me like, you guys really enjoy being with each other, working with each other, and just being around each other. And it just gives you the opportunity to do all that. Do you guys go thrifting together, or is one staying home packing while the other one's thrifting? How does that work for you guys?
Oh, no, we're totally together.
We go together on that. She goes on one side, I go on the other side, and we just run all over the store. And I bring back, it's just like I go hunt stuff down and say, hey, honey, what do you think of this? And, she gives it to me. That's what I go hunting. She goes shopping.
So, hey, Joe, just so you know, I asked my wife, what do you think of this, too? So that's a common theme with a lot of men in this country. So you're not alone there.
Yeah, that's what we do. And then sometimes I'll come up with something and she'll look at it and say, like, I don't know. And then it works. But she usually knows more about it than I do.
So
at first he really hated it. He hated it.
Not bad.
And then pretty soon he just started realizing when he bought stuff, he could sell it for way more money.
Well,
and then he got hooked.
Well, I love selling anyway, but it was more like we had stuff all over the house. And I'm thinking, That's why I wasn't. It took me a while to really get it. I mean, I know how to sell. I love selling.
And he buys more than I do.
Oh, here we are. The truth's coming out. You hear the truth's coming out.
Yeah. Well, when we go to garage sales, what we'll do is if there's something there that she's looking at stuff, I'm looking at something else, and if I have the tendency to like say, okay, I'll take the whole thing. I mean, the guy's got like 5 items, 100 items, and I really want like a few of them look good, and I'll just say, what do you take for the whole thing? And I just usually give them a lowball offer, and you'd be surprised how many times they will buy it. It's just,
because they want to get rid of it, right?
They want to get rid of their stuff, and
Yeah,
if you go there at 9 o'clock and you make him a decent offer, or even a lowball offer, but it gives him the rest of his day back, man, I tell you what, you can come to my garage sale.
Yeah, that's what I do, and it seems to work out. One time I did that stuff with medical. This guy was selling this stuff for his son was an Eagle Scout, and somebody had donated all this medical stuff to him, like surgical shoes and bandages. And I know nothing about, but it was like huge boxes of it. And I said, yeah, I knew he wanted to get rid of it, so I said,
it was raining.
It was raining. I said, well, what do you want? What do you want for the whole thing? And he said, I don't know, make me an offer. I said, how about $5? He said, okay. I was still on the floor. We must have made on that at least $1,500 on that stuff.
Wow.
And that, Linda, was probably the turning point for Joe. Is that correct? Is that somewhere?
Yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
You got an amazing first aid kit out of it. Put it that way.
Well, I sold a box of it was like a box of bandages, like about 8 by 10.
Yep.
The bandages. It's like, it was like $25. I'm like, who the hell's going to pay 20? I sold it on Amazon. I mean, that was excuse the expression. I sold that on Amazon. Beep. Bleep that one out there, yeah.
So you brought up a good point earlier. You're talking about you're in your thrifting stop. So do you have a budget when you walk into these places? Because I can imagine it get mad sometimes. Do you have a budget? Look, I'm only gonna spend $10,000 in here. I mean, what?
No, we don't.
No budget. I mean, if we're low on money, we say, okay, we got to keep it light this time. Only buy the most important things. But no budget, because you don't know what you're going to find.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't say, we don't. We just say if we see something we agree on it, we just get it.
And you agree to pull each other out of the store if you're still in there at midnight.
Yeah, well, we've been thrown out of the stores a few times.
I bet you two have. I bet you have.
Well, we have an old dog who's 16, so we're usually like, we got to get home to our doggy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. The doggy's the lifesaver.
Yeah,
that's cool.
The doggy's a sensible one.
How organized are you guys? I mean, you got a lot of stuff here, and you say you have it all in your house. I mean, if you were to find this Americana red, white, and blue teddy bear, 10-inch teddy bear, how quickly could you find it if you sold it today?
10 minutes.
I just have to go up and, because it's a teddy bear, I have about 4 bins of that size teddy bear, so it might take a little longer.
She doesn't have it like the Dewey Decimal System, but she has it pretty organized.
Yeah, maybe
she knows where things are. I mean, I don't. I mean, she'll send me in a room and I still can't find it, but she knows where it is. So as long as it's up in here, I'm good.
Yeah, once in a while I have a hard time finding something, but for the most part, 95 or more percent, I can find it right away.
Yeah.
We have over 1,000 mugs.
Mugs?
Wow.
Mugs. Okay.
Yep.
So,
holy cow.
And she has them, and we got like a room. It's like, I don't know, 8 by 10 room. It's all shelves and stuff like that. And she's got them organized, reasonably organized.
They're in little boxes together about,
10?
Anywhere from 9 to 12 cups per box, and the box is labeled with a subject.
Jeez.
Wow.
I'm confused, and I don't even have to freaking find the thing.
She can. She really can.
Yeah.
And every once in a while she can't, then we kind of freak out, and then all of a sudden it'll show up, whatever. You know, once in a while that happens.
Love it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. So, with regards to your eBay store, who does the listings, and how do you guys work that out?
Actually, we both do. I do all the pictures, and I will put some pictures on the camera, give him the camera, give him a pile of things, and then when he empties it, then I fill it up for me.
And I
Amazing. And he can just list, whenever he has spare time, and I list
that
a
work
lot.
also. But I also, I also go to the post office. I'm the
You're the delivery boy.
yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
So how many times are you down there? Do you discipline yourself like only 10 times a day?
No,
no.
we just go actually once a day. We just bring like 15, 20 packages. We just go.
It's not far.
Actually, it's not far. It's not far. They're all I don't have to wait online or anything like that. We all print it up on eBay.
Oh, you got a membership badge, do you? Like you go down there that much?
It's all printed up. It's all ready to rock and roll. We just drop it off. Thank you very
Frequent
much.
flyer, man. That's great. And they know you by name, I'm sure, there, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's him
They
again.
do
Oh
it
no.
they definitely do it at the thrift stores.
At the thrift
I'm
store.
sure they do, yeah.
You say you're an addict when you walk into the thrift store and they recognize you. Something like,
Yeah.
my name is Joe and I buy at thrift stores.
That's it. Like they offer you a
I'm
cup of
Thrift Store
coffee.
Joe, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I really love too about the thrift stores is we're not just buying stuff to help us make a living, but we're helping out charities.
Yeah.
Like we
Oh, cool.
especially like to go to one that's called Secondhand Solutions, and they help homeless families. And we go
good.
to retails, and they help the Humane Society. Those are two of our favorites.
Good. Well, cool. So your eBay store is Pollyanna Grammy, okay? Pollyanna Grammy. I'll say that again because I couldn't get it right the
Do
first
it one more
time.
time, Ron.
Pollyanna Grammy, okay? And how did you come across that name?
Well, first, I really loved the movie Pollyanna, and it was filmed in Santa Rosa, the town I come from, the one with Haley Mills. And when I had grandchildren, I wanted them to call me Grandma Linda, but my little granddaughter kept calling me Me. And I finally figured out the reason she called me Me was because when she would come to see me, I would say, "You came to see me," or "Come to see me." So I decided to say Grammy, so she went for that one.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yeah, it is
That's
cool.
interesting. Very intelligent child.
Yeah, she was. Is.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So what's your favorite thing about selling on eBay?
Staying home.
Making money. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
great
pretty
thing
fun.
about it, isn't it? I mean, that's the great thing. You're having a laugh. You're doing it yourself. So did you used to work at other jobs before this, or are you both retired doing this? Or?
Yeah.
I had a full-time daycare in my home, and I had 4 children, and I took in sewing, but he's a salesman.
I've been in sales forever. You name it, I've sold it at one time or another, most likely.
You probably
All
have.
right, so I got to tell this funny story, Linda.
I'm still in sales.
Before this interview, I did have to call your cell phone, and I'm going to tell on you here, Linda, because your voicemail says that if you're a salesman, hang up and don't call back, right? And then you're sitting next to
I
a
know.
salesman, and it's just like I'm just trying to figure out how this all fits in.
sold her.
Well, he's persistent. He ignores it.
He wouldn't leave
And
me
he keeps
alone.
on calling, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the truth, too.
One of those persistent guys,
That's why we're together.
You have to say no at least 4 times before he even registers.
I'm with you there, brother. Ask my wife, man. I'll tell you, I'm very persistent. That's
Yeah.
why we're together.
Ron and Ali will be right back after this short break.
Life is full of numbers. Our brains process literally hundreds of numbers and equations every hour of every day. When it comes to your business, give your brain a break as well as peace of mind that the numbers are figuring up as they should with MyCost Pro. MyCost Pro is an easy-to-use automated eBay bookkeeping program for Excel that imports sales data directly from your seller account. MyCost Pro automatically generates accounting and performance reports to show you your true bottom-line profit. You can even view and edit active listing details such as price and quantity and relist unsold items directly from MyCost Pro. All you need is Excel on your Windows PC. Take control of your business and free up those long nights of crunching the numbers. Visit mycostpro.com for a 21-day no-obligation free trial using coupon code PODCAST. Exclusively for So You Want to Sell on eBay podcast listeners. So, you have an idea, a big idea, and you're ready to jump into the world of e-commerce. Awesome. But where to start? The answer is only a click away. At solutionsforecommerce.com, you'll find available services to help manage, audit, or even build your e-commerce site from the ground up. With over 10 years of experience in developing and managing channels on sites like Amazon, eBay, Shopify, and Etsy, Solutions for E-commerce can help you to grow your small or large business. Take a step back from the technical and do what you do best, and let Solutions for E-commerce handle the tedious stuff like creating, reviewing, adding, or removing listings. listings, setting up or organizing store categories, even merchandising and customer support. Find out why their clients say that their business wouldn't be what it is today without the help from Solutions for E-commerce. Visit solutionsforecommerce.com and take your e-commerce business to the next level. That's solutions, the number 4, ecommerce.com. Use promo code eBay at checkout for an exclusive So You Want to Sell on eBay podcast discount.
Be sure to check out So You Want to Sell on eBay.com for the latest podcasts and all the information you need to get selling fast.
So what's the strangest thing you sold then? You know, I imagine you've seen a lot in 15 years of thrifting and stuff like that.
I never sold anything really strange,
How about
but
the armadillo purse?
That sounds
an armadillo
strange.
purse,
That sounds strange, yes.
That's not strange. I've got 3 of them.
It was
yeah.
nasty.
But I think what really got me was when I was first starting. Because I was a seamstress, I had about 1,000 patterns, so I started them all out at $2, put them on auction, and I charged $2 postage.
Yep.
And this one pattern started going up, and I'm like, what's going on here? So I checked, and when it sold, I think for like $50, I'm like, whoa, man, if I get $50, that'll be super cool. And then I started getting worried. I'm like, maybe they think it's a dress, you know? I mean, I would think bid on this thing.
It's a pattern.
Yeah, it was a pattern. And it finally sold with $150 or
$162.
I think it was $150.
Okay, whatever.
But then they paid $25 to send it to Australia. And I'm like sweating it, thinking she's not going to be happy. And she got it, and she was thrilled.
But we don't do auction hardly ever do
No,
we do
don't
auctions
them
anymore. It's all only if we find something that we have no idea what it's worth. But we'll start the auction at what we think we'd be okay with.
Yeah.
If they buy it, great. Fine. And one time we bought a little vase. Yeah. It was about a 2-inch vase.
It was pottery.
Some pottery made by somebody, some like Navajo something. and we put it up for, I don't know, $15.
Yeah, I put it for $15.
And it would sell for $107. We're like, what? It seems like,
oh my gosh.
The department asked for a receipt. It's amazing.
I love you two. You two are awesome. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
it's great.
Nervous, thinking, they're going to be so disappointed, and those are usually the ones they're really excited about.
Yeah, the ones that pay the most for some reason or another are the nicest people. The guy that just grinds you to death. You're married to this guy. He never goes away.
Yeah.
Never goes away.
So on that note, what do you do about feedback? What do you do if you get a negative feedback? What is your take on it?
I call my guys in Brooklyn and we take them.
Yeah, you go down there with your machine guns and shoot them.
I'm going to send Guido over to break your kneecaps.
Guido and Vinny, they go for their kneacaps.
That's right.
That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
And we get some really
But it does happen. Is that what you're saying? You do send Guido? Is that what you're saying?
No, she does get negative occasionally. But sometimes the guys are out of nowhere, they'll just come up with the most ridiculous thing to complain about.
Right.
Yeah, like one time somebody got upset because I had packed a vase in peanuts, those styrofoam things, and one of them went in the vase.
Excuse me.
Oh my goodness. How dare you, Linda?
Yeah.
Seriously.
What sort of shipping company are you running over there?
Yes, and people are going to hear this, and you hear that you just put a peanut in their. Oh my gosh, man! Never get another sale again. It'll be a miracle.
Most of them are positive.
Most of them are really nice. I would say 99 and 9/10% are super nice.
Well, yeah, we had that one that was upset. We sent it to APO or something. We never sent to APO anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we've heard that's not a great idea.
No, it's not.
Well, she got upset because it was a little later than expected, but I mailed it that day. And then she said, you eBay sellers, you just send it the cheapest way. And I'm like, you're the one who gave me that address.
We didn't pull it out of the sky. I mean, you gave us the address to send it to.
Right.
Wow, this is awesome.
Why did you send it there? Well, I don't know. You told me.
So what about,
goodness.
Geez, it's awesome, man. I just feel like this thing's going mental. So what about changes? So you've been in there around for 15 years. You've seen a lot of stuff happen on eBay because you mentioned before you used to do auctions. Now you don't. I imagine it's a day and age age we live in where everyone wants to buy it now and stuff like that. So what's the sort of like, how are you finding the changes? Are you able to keep up with them and stuff like that?
Pretty well. They made the change that they're trying to make all the listings mobile friendly.
Yep.
So it's taking a while to get them all fixed, but that's kind of hard. But I understand that it's to our benefit.
Definitely.
It's kind of active content in a lot of it, and you can't see it. And the only way sometimes you see it is you turn it to HTML, and there you see something that doesn't make any sense. And
because we didn't.
How it got there, I have no idea. But for some reason, it creates problems with the mobile.
Yeah.
thing.
Ali is a genius with that stuff. He is he's the man with all that stuff, man.
But it is good. It is because we were speaking to eBay not long ago, and they're talking. The stats is something like 70% or some crazy number of people that are actually buying stuff on their phone these days. I mean, so many sales are done that way, so it is important, you know.
Yeah, eBay's great too, and some people complain about the fees, but I'm like, if you had a brick and mortar store, I mean, it'd probably be years for even break even.
Yep.
And they do so much paperwork for you and everything.
Yeah.
Well, and not only that, I challenge anybody to build a website, put their stuff on their website, and get as much traffic as eBay's giving you.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I like that well, for instance, if I'm looking at something or if I'm watching something, they'll send me an email saying, hey, this thing just got marked down or, something like that. And so I know they're doing that with mine.
Yeah, they track you down like a dog, man. They just hunt you down. If you hit something, it never goes away.
Up on your
so you better look up good stuff because your wife will see what you're looking at.
You guys are so fun, man. This is so awesome, man.
Yeah, they really do. And I don't want a store. I don't want to get up in the morning and go somewhere. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want it.
Yeah, it's just like you can sell stuff all over the world. Like, if we had a brick and mortar store here in Vancouver, I don't think too many people from Denmark are going to walk in there today and buy something.
No, I don't either.
Well, now wait a minute. If they heard about it on this podcast show, they probably
definitely.
I'm just going to throw that out there. I mean, I'm just saying.
But we don't have to put up with it with people coming in and robbing you.
Employees, you don't have to worry about all that stuff. Yeah, that's a hassle.
We really.
And we get to work in our underwear. How good is this?
Oh, I know. I actually work naked, but that's another podcast show. So who takes?
We live in a warm climate. It's a little chilly out here, a little nippy.
Yeah, Thailand, it's common out here, that thing. We do it in the streets. So who takes the pictures?
What?
Who takes the pictures on your eBay store then? Who's out of the tag team here? Which one are you?
Wait. Are we going to go from you work in the nude to pictures? I don't know if that's a good segue.
No. This is photography based off eBay products, okay? So who takes your eBay products pictures?
Me.
Yeah, you do an awesome
sometimes
job.
I do as well, but depending, because sometimes the color may not be right, but
I don't have I'm not a very good photographer.
She does okay.
We had a question.
That's fine.
We had a question from a guy.
My goodness, I think that's great.
We had a question from a guy who listens to our podcast show called Stevio, and he was asking about, he says he spends too long taking pictures. Like, he doesn't know what angles to take. He ends up spending like 20 minutes. So what's your philosophy on taking a picture of a product? How would you go about it?
Most of mine are small, and I have a light box that's about 18 by 18, and I just stick them in there and take pictures.
And are you doing
side, back, whatever.
Different angles.
Real fancy.
Don't get so technical. Can you break that down for the average person?
Well, okay, you got a mug, okay? You have a mug. She takes a picture of a mug that way. She takes a picture of a mug this way, and then she takes a picture of the mug from that way, and then from this way. End of conversation.
What about shadows? Because that's a peep. That's
it.
Huh?
I don't worry about it.
I don't think that. Well, if in a light box, you're not going to get a lot of shadows, really. But some certain things we do have to go and take a picture of it outside.
Right.
We don't have like a fancy schmancy lights in the whole photography thing. We'll go outside. If she has a jacket, I wear the jacket. If it's 10 sizes too big, she says, well, the guy's a midget or something like that, and it's an extra large or something like that. So we do that outside to get the light.
You didn't mention you also do modeling. Wow, your business is amazing.
Oh, I'm telling you, so when you got it, flaunt it. That's what I always say.
Salesman, model, entrepreneur, all these things, man. Wow, that's crazy.
He a lot of jeans on his
I have
eBay pages, and that was hard for me to take photos of jeans.
Yeah, it is hard. I have my store is Joe's Gifts and Gourmet. I was initially going to sell like food items and stuff like that, but we never got to the gourmet. But anyway, so I've been selling a lot of jeans.
You ate it all.
Yeah, I ate it all. It was too late. You know, whatever. Sorry, I did.
Those chocolates look good.
It's funny you said that because I was selling for a while. I had this. I do all these different odd jobs, and one of them was like a food broker for this guy who had these really exotic chocolates and stuff like that.
You ate them.
I ate all the samples. It's pathetic. No, but it is what it is.
Yep, it is what it is. So how come you do 2 eBay stores? How come you don't integrate it into one?
I was initially I started doing some drop shipping a while back.
Yep.
And let's say it didn't work out as well as I would have liked it to work out.
And I'm glad I told him you're going to drop ship. You're going to do it on a different way.
So we did it in separate things just in case I got what happened. So because like I would buy something from a store online and then I would sell it.
Yeah.
And then then have them ship it for me. And the problem I got a couple times is the delay in getting the tracking numbers and all of that stuff.
Yeah. The stories we hear about drop shipping are either people love it or it's not so great,
but everybody and his brother is doing it right now. So, you look for something online and then you try to list it someplace and you see it's already selling for less than what you thought you could buy it for. And you wonder, like, where do they get this stuff? Or do they just not bad and not good in math? They don't know how to, they like to lose money on every deal, but make it up in volume or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a game.
That's a crazy situation. I understand that because, you sit there and look at the numbers and there's like no possible way can they be buying it for less than I'm buying it and still make a profit on it, but they do. I mean, somehow.
Yeah, it's certainly a game. It certainly is.
And now I'm focusing more on clothes on my store and see how that's going to work out. And it's actually something that we just decided to delve into, and it's doing okay.
So what's the plan for the future then? I mean, are you going to build this? You're going to get more places, so you can store more stuff?
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah, we're thinking about renting a warehouse. No,
we go with the flow. We don't make any set in cement kind of plans. We just go with the flow.
Yeah, they sold it. They did something to the kingdom. We can't use that for storage anymore.
It'd be nice.
No, anyway, I don't know. It's just whatever it is. If we can get small items, that would be better. She does well on the patterns and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
that's really cool, man. If you can sell something light and small.
Absolutely, preach it, yeah. And we're starting to do okay on the jeans and stuff because we trying to find I never even thought about selling jeans really. I figured how could you make much money on that, but you can.
I imagine
you get them right enough because we got some really good places where we can buy them really cheap.
Good. That's awesome.
We're hoping to get our own home. Right now we're renting.
Long story there.
Which is kind of hard to do renting, but I have to tell you, we live in an awesome place on the Columbia River. It's absolutely wonderful. Yeah. But we'd like to get our own place again because that's what we're used to. And get a nice big shed out back, or maybe 2 or 3. And
it's all 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah. She just slipped into 2 or 3.
Yeah. Just do it really quickly.
Yeah.
The conversation she had with Joe was one shed. Now on the air here, she's telling us 2 or 3
sheds. Yeah.
I'd rather have several littler ones because I like things organized, by subject.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You get nice and organized and make it look. So that's brilliant. Wow, we got one more question, Ron. What's the last question? Come on, you like to...
No. You. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Did that one.
Next 5 years, I don't know. We better be making some money on eBay, otherwise we'll be doing something else.
Yeah, eBay's really saved us. Like, he had his own business and the business folded. And
which is why we're renting a house.
eBay saved us, really. It really did.
It really does. It's very, very cool.
Talk about that. talk about that just for a minute, because there's a lot of people out there in your situation, right, where they may lose a job or have no income, right, and it's a sad situation, or there's people that are just like myself. I'd like to get out of the corporate world at some point, and do something full time. Talk to that person who has just lost their job. How quickly do you think that they can actually start an eBay business and start generating income?
You could start an eBay business in 20 minutes. You're in business. I mean, you did. That it's just a matter of then finding something that you could sell and make a profit on.
Yeah.
I think if you just go in with the idea of a lot of people have made money, I could make money, because if somebody else has done it, you can do it. Period.
Exactly.
And you don't have to and you don't have to hit a home run and everything, and you don't have to just try it. Just go out and find something that maybe that you like, that that you can make some money on.
Yeah. If you're really broke, start around selling things in your house. Ask all your relatives, friends if they have stuff that they don't want.
Sell the kids.
Yeah. Definitely sell the kids.
But stay away from auctions. If you're going to do auctions, don't start at $1 like some people tell you to do. If you must sell stuff on an auction, start off at where you'd be happy with if it's sold for that. Because if you expect people to go into a buying frenzy over your item, bring a big lunch, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I tell people is you could have $1 million item and you put it for 99 cents. Well, if nobody looked for it that week,
you're going to sell it for 99 cents.
99 cents or nothing.
We marvel at that. We look at this stuff and say, what was this guy thinking here? Why did he sell that thing for, like everything's selling for $20 and this guy sells it for 99 cents with free shipping, I might add. I mean, this guy really loves to lose money.
Yeah, no, it's a game, and I suppose that's the experience part that you've got over the years. You've learned that and worked out, and that's why we do this podcast, because we get people like you on here, so people can learn a lot quicker on eBay from things to do. And the thing is, the day and age changes, doesn't it? I mean, before that would have been a good thing, but now it's not a good thing. And even eBay told us that themselves, that auctions aren't.
Well, when it started off, auctions were the big thing, and that was that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But if you have 5,000 items or 1,000 items and it's on auction, you got to redo them every week.
Yeah.
You put it on you put it on fixed price, good till canceled. Thank you very much. You move on to the next one.
Yeah.
We sold things that were there for 3 or 4 years. We just like I said.
Yeah. Some stuff is like,
I just told Joe it's just drawing interest.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to pay? I'm just curious. Do you have to pay for that thing to sit there, or is it?
Because I have the biggest store.
You have a store. So you pay, what, $300 a month for the store?
$300 a month, but then we get
10,000 listings.
Yeah, we get 10,000 listings, and we get every quarter we get
now they give you like
$50 in free
boxes and stuff like that.
So take another $50 off.
Yeah, and once you list the item, it's there. I mean, so it's going to cost you 10 cents a month. Ooh, $1.20 a year to keep it there. Other people have a theory, well, let's get rid of it in 6 months. Whatever. I mean, these are not items that are so valuable that we got to sell it right away. If I don't make the $10 this month, I'll make it next month. I mean, we just wish, it would be nice if we had items that were larger costs, but right now that we're just doing well in the little stuff.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Awesome.
I mean, that's brilliant. Well, sadly, we run out of time here, Joe and Linda. You two just bounce off each other. You're brilliant. I bet it's a crazy house. I love it. I'm going to have to come to America and come shopping at a thrift store with you two at one point.
Yeah, that'd be good. Come on. That'd be fun.
So thanks for joining us today. We'll post all today's interview on our show notes page, which can be found at www.soyouwantasellonebay.com, Breathe Alley /show notes. Before you go, Joe and Linda, how can everyone get in touch with you?
Oh,
good question.
Go on my page, Pollyanna Grammy.
PollyannaGrammy.com or Joe'sGiftsAndGourmet.com.
Okay.
Or you can shoot us an email. You can contact us through there.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we'll stick.
Because we have a very
with the last name Yosso, it's very, very easy to find me. YOSSO. I mean, there's not a lot of us out there.
Okay, brilliant. Well, we'll put all that on the show notes page, so go over there, check out them. You can also check out the resources page. We've taken all the links that previous guests have suggested to us and sticking it on the resources. If you know of any as well, please contact us, because we're trying to build a community where everybody can use the best tools available. And with that, from everyone here at So You Want to Sell on eBay, I'm Ali Young.
And I'm Ron LeBeau.
That's all for this episode of So You Want to Sell on eBay. Be sure to check out our next episode or any past episodes by going online to soyouwantasellonebay.com. Also, be sure to follow us on your favorite social media sites, facebook.com/So You Want to Sell on eBay, and Twitter at Your eBay Podcast. Thanks for listening. And until next time, happy selling.
Have an idea for a topic or know someone who would like to be on the show? Let us know. Just go to www.soyouwantasellonebay.com/interview. We look forward to hearing from you. This podcast was produced in part by Pro Voice Works.